tweet. The tweet has been sent out.
No.
Get my movies ready. Well, I keep wanting to put it in my computer, and that's not where it's going. Oh. Oh, that's fucking loud. Woo! 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 Saved my eardrums just now. Hey, we're only 10 minutes behind, 20 minutes behind schedule.
Roughly.
That's not bad. We've been worse.
Yeah.
Hey, Whack.
Usually, I mean, behind schedule is a loose terminology because aren't we like, it's like we want to get up at 1, but nah.
I was up earlier. I was waiting for you.
Oh yeah, I saw your message. You're like, now like going on 4 hours ago.
Yeah, it's just I guess when I wake up. no matter what time I go to bed, that's just when I wake up. Unfortunately.
That sucks.
It does. I'm tired. All the time. Very frequently. Alright. So, I'm going to craft a tweet for the first movie. I can find my tweet here. Thank you.
Did not go any smaller than that. Nope.
First flick is Phobe, the Xenophobic Experiments. A classic piece of Canada Land cinema. Made for
Canada Land.
250 Canadian dollars.
Oh my god.
Dollars or 10 real dollars. Come join us for one of my favorite hashtag shot on video films. Shot on video movies. Hashtag the Nasty Boys. Hashtag Marathon Monday. Starring the third Nasty Boy. I need twitch.tv/skinslip. First look is Phobe, classic piece of Canada Land cinema, made for $250 Canadian dollars, or real 10 real dollars. Come join us for one of my favorite shot on video movies, starring the third Nasty Boy. Marathon Money hashtags. Bam! Alright. We got exactly 0 viewers because I need to post over here. Don't. Don't. Mute that menu music's cute. Anyway. Queuing up. I am queued at black before the movie. What?
I'm at 000.
Your runtime is 1 hour 22 minutes even?
1 minute, 22 minutes, and a second.
1 second longer. How's that possible?
I have no idea.
All right. Oh, I guess I should give everyone a look at you. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong window.
No, my ugly face. Protect them from my ugly face.
Yeah, there we go. Bum bum bum.
No, my anonymity.
Your what?
My anonymity.
Oh, anonymity. I didn't use your real name. You're named.
I know.
So you still have some anonymity.
Yes, unless they call me by my first name and then know my careful code about my username.
That's hilarious, actually. It's funny. It's such a. It's the funny thing is like. You really have to know that. Like you couldn't just guess it by looking at it. You just think, oh,
you literally could not. I mean, even if you know it.
I just
did it and I'm just like, oh, that works out really well as like a weird username.
When named Racing. Dun, dun, dun.
I'd probably have to take a short lunch break halfway through all this.
Okie dokie. That won't
Just
be a problem.
letting you know.
All right, shall we
It's
start
not gonna
this?
be long. It's basically me putting a oven pizza into the oven and then waiting 20 minutes.
Okay. Well, we can watch. You know, might be able to do that
Yeah.
during one of the video violence movies or the violence movies.
Yeah, that'd probably be good.
They're like 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to do this?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Everybody cue up your movie at the very beginning. Hit play and hit pause immediately so that you're on the black screen. Your runtime should be 1 hour 22 minutes. That's what it is on this wonderful DVD from Intervision. Here we go, everybody. 3, 2, 1, play. And there's your time code, everyone, so you can queue up with us. Because I know some of you just... I know
loud.
At least one of you motherfuckers just showed up as I hit 3, 2, 1, play. And you're like, son of a bitch! Well, there you go. You can queue up with us. If you're watching on streaming services...
Be better on time.
I don't know how long your run time will be. If you're on a streaming service, there might be additional logos at the beginning of your movie. But this movie is literally 1 hour and 22 minutes. We went right into the movie. There was no logos for us here.
Nope. 0 logos. I mean, there's the production logos, I guess.
But yeah, the part of the movie, though. So this is the remastered director's cut. So there has been some additional work done to the modern stuff. So some of the 3D modeling is still dated, but better than it could have been because it's more recently rendered.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few other things. Phobe. The Xenophobic Experiments. Love this movie. 250 Canadian dollars. You can almost buy a hamburger for that. Well, they had a lot of loaned equipment, to be fair. I'm not trying to be mean in the movie because I'm just making jokes about how the conversion rate of money. So we're clear. I'm impressed that this movie's made for $250. They had a lot of resources at hand because Erica Benedicti, the director, is a female director of a shot-on-video sci-fi film. So there's 3 rarities in one. Female sci-fi director, sci-fi film with that's a shot-on-video film, and that's sci-fi and shot-on-video film that's a sci-fi film, and also that's it's like a double. It's like an albino. I don't know. Snipe. You can't. It's so rare.
That's really rare, there, Brent.
It's very rare. It's not. I mean, it's a little more common now because filmmaking tools are so cheap. But back then it was not. So she worked, I think, at the local. If I remember correctly, the local television station at the public television, right? And so she had equipment that she could borrow and rent and check out.
Mm-hmm.
So, she had resources that extended the look of her film past $250 they spent on whatever they did. The stuff they built, probably. They got a lot of resources, I assume, handed them. So here, this main character looks like one of the Nasty Boys from the tag team. The Nasty Boys from WWF back in the day. He's got the same hair. He's got a trench coat for half this movie. That's Erica Benedicti, the director. If I remember correctly, they shot this part first to secure whatever they could for the rest of it, I think that's right. Looks like a proof of concept. Cut to a different actor. Oh, there's their $250 budget right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, look at that. That's really good stuff, by the way.
And convincing some local college effects majors to do some things for them.
I guess I'm not entirely sure. I think Erica Benedicti actually did the computer stuff. If I'm not mistaken.
All the overlay stuff.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched all the special features and stuff. Ultra low budget epic, complete with impressive visual effects, Roman candle pyrotechnics, alien predators, lightsaber battles, and space cops with mullets. Now fully remastered with all new special features. There you go. It's glorious. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Like oh.
That's the Roman candle special effects. The pyrotechnics, I mean. They just hid some Roman candles behind the tree, so it looks like some laser blast hit it. Oh no!
No, random guy, you're dead.
Poor random guy.
I don't think that's what that slot is for, but
nope.
Good going. An completely empty missile launcher tube.
Oh my god, I am doing a fan edit for the first 3 episodes and last 3 episodes of the show called Pretty Soldier something or other, and so this is the schoolgirl who runs around the rocket launcher shooting mafia dudes. It's a TV show. It's 15 episodes long, but the middle 10 episodes are high school drama and nothing to do with the insanity that bookends it. So I'm basically gonna make a fan edit of the movie. Hey, Erica Benedicti. Fan edit of the movie, so that of the episodes, because that's the whole story, and then they just put this other shit in the middle to pad it out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Yeah. So we're gonna do one marathon. It's gonna be a bunch of miniseries that equate to movies. So there's that one, and then there's Agon, which is a 5-part miniseries that equals out to a movie. You know, but there's these weird foreign Japanese like miniseries that are essentially movies that aired on TV. So someday that'll be watched also. Slow-mo fog, extended out as long as possible. And the movie is short. You know, it's only 82 minutes, I mean. Dap! You don't know his name yet, but his name is Dap. Ghillie suits aren't cheap.
No, they're not. Unless you have, like, a army surplus store near you.
That's probably what they did, to be fair.
Yeah.
But even then, it's, you know.
Oh my god.
That was a Roman rocket out of it. It was not a real rocket.
Yeah, because unfortunately they didn't put a plug in it, so in certain shots you can actually see through.
I know, right?
The tube.
Yeah.
So they didn't put like a little something in it just to black it out from different angles.
4 months later. Lots of people will show up and then see that we're not showing the movie and then leave. Like, oh, I'm sorry, can't do anything for you, buddy. We don't support piracy.
It's highly illegal to do it that way.
Yeah, we don't do piracy like that. Especially not for an independent film, I wouldn't pirate. You know, if this was a fucking Fox movie, I don't know, I'm less inclined to care. But it's not. It's some ladies movie from fucking 1994, you know. Dap looks like he's from the 80s. This kind of throws me off.
I know, right?
Kunda. He's just chilling. Yeah. On some couch somewhere. They couldn't fill the blue. You said the blue frame is the actual matte image that they're supposed to get away, but the image that's inlaid need to be expanded a little bit more by a couple pixels on each end. Couple lines, whatever. Oh my god, the dialogue's so quiet.
It is very quiet.
And there's no subtitles, so just turn it up. You owe me a lot. You owe me a lot. Dude, look at that. Look at that special effects. Come on. I'm pretty sure the font is new too. I think that's a newer font. They probably use some generic plain font for the original. Because I feel like that's a computer font. Oh, the stilted dialogue is no one's really an actor.
Well, it's always that interesting thing with these projects. Sometimes you think you would think it's like if you're paying the actors to act, even if they're not like actors, be like, hey, I need you to do like at least like 4 or 5 takes to make sure we get the best, the best out of you. But like if you're just, hey, cousin Steve, I need you to read some lines, I'll be like, yeah, I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? I'm paying you in like a lunch.
Well, I mean, it's like we all would love to have the best actors, but you don't have the best actors, you know?
No, I get, like, that's the thing, is like I'm not gonna claim the thing is, but even like even a schmuck, like if you're paying them to like read some lines, like at least make them read it a few ways and try and get them to like read them in different ways and different
cadences I get what you're saying.
And stuff like that.
Have you considered the cost of film? In this case, this is new. You can tell this is new. This is that's way higher quality than the original.
Okay, so no, that makes sense. I forgot about that, especially in the back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah. Oh, here's an example. Actually, I don't.
Like how much did like 1 minute of film cost?
A lot.
Then?
A lot of these. Yeah. A lot of these. Man, this looks so much better than the rest of the movie. That CGI looks so much better than anything else in the film, just because it's a newer thing.
Yeah.
Visually, I mean. Like some movies, they use short ends, and short ends are the leftovers. So if I have 400 feet in a row, okay. So if I used 360 feet, the lab will cut off the unexposed portion and save that and sell it, and give you the rest of your film.
Yeah.
So short ends are those ends.
Yeah.
So a lot of movies use short ends. And like a movie like Death Machines, Paul Curiosity had, I think he said, a 6-to-1 ratio, which means he can take 6 takes for every shot, for every major shot. You can take 6 takes, so you can do it 6 times. So if you nail it the first time, you get extra takes for another time. If you
Yeah.
fuck up,
Then
you're taking away extra takes away from a later time. And at some point, you're down to a 1-to-1 ratio, and you have to just take whatever you can take.
Yeah. Then I imagine,
Yeah.
then like my question is like, how prevalent is like dry run for like these kinds of things?
Mm.
Like doing it a few times
An
without
experienced
like,
director might do that.
yeah.
These are not usually experienced directors. What always got me is like, this is a shot on video film, so you think
Yeah.
you just keep shooting.
Yeah.
Again. All right, try it again. All right, now can you try acting?
Oof. That's a
shot. Yep.
yeah. They did not have the proper screen effect on that one. I love how it's flying ever so slightly like sideways.
It's perfect. I don't know what you're talking about. It looks great. Probably looks weird straight on because you can't see. It just looks like a bunch of boxes and shit.
Yeah, probably.
The music kind of sounds like pirates too.
Well, that took like forever to get an announcement.
I'm swinging from the ropes and fighting pirates to this music. Immediately what I think of this music. I mean, I like the music, but I just think it feels like a pirates movie.
Yeah, right. Hmm.
But the thing is, all the cheapness aside, I fall in love with the attempt. That fact that they tried so hard, you know.
They did try, and this isn't actually. I mean,
It's not
there's
bad
some
at all.
actually
First of all.
nice. It's not bad. It's
Yeah.
not bad so far. It's not great, but it's not bad.
Yeah. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I like the attempt. I fall in love with the
There's
attempt.
some good camera work. She's using multiple angles to establish sequences. Um, it's not just a single static cam in the scene for the most part, which is always like the death knell for a lot of these things. It's just like put camera here,
Yep.
like do scene in front
Have
of
I
camera.
made you watch 555 yet?
Oh God, probably maybe. If I
It's
say yes and like not watch bad movie.
No, it's not bad. It's not good.
Oh.
It's got moments. It's got moments with this police captain that he's like over the top screaming and throwing things around the room. It's great. He even hits one of the actors in the head with a binder at some point by mistake.
Oh boy.
It's one of those movies you have to see at some point because it's just so bizarre and strange. But it also fails miserably in so many ways. So it's like it's a mixed bag like a lot of these are.
Yeah.
And there's some directors where you watch one movie and you're like, oh, this is his first movie. I get it. You watch a second movie and you're like, this is worse. How did you do worse on the second try?
How did you do worse on your second
And each
project?
subsequent try has been worse, and you don't know how they're getting worse at making movies. They're making mistakes that they weren't making the first time. Or the second time. It's newly learned mistakes. I don't get it. But I love this kind of filmmaking. 90% of this is shot on video. Deadly Prey is not shot on video. It just only has video, 1-inch video remaining. Though, apparently there are some actual collectors with prints out there, so they could have actually done a real high-def release, but chose to instead do this. So while it's a Blu-ray copy, it's also just a fucking 1-inch master tape. So it's still high. It's still standard def. But I still prefer. I 100% prefer standard def on high def on Blu-ray because the medium is more durable and longer lasting. And I will likely die before the most of my discs go bad when it comes to Blu-ray. Knock on wood.
Yep.
If I outlive my discs, I'll consider myself incredibly lucky and fortunate. And it's probably because I changed my diet. Which currently isn't changed, so we'll see how that works.
Oops.
It's alright. It'll happen. Just gotta get out of here first. All right, so we're wandering in the woods. Oh, Predator Vision's back.
Yay, Predator Vision.
I have a penchant for these movies with monsters wandering around the woods. I've got a bunch of them, and I've got a bunch of them. And as soon as I can get them, we're gonna do a marathon of like 4 or 5 of them in a row. But we're gonna end it with like watching like Predator or something, just to, because some of them are quite bad. I've got Slithis, which was also released as its own sequel as Son of Slithis, or Spawn of Slithis, I mean. And there's It Came From Outer Space, The Monster of Piedras Blancas, which is my favorite, actually. That one's a 1950s movie with like black and white, but with heavy gore. Like there's like severed heads and shit. And I was like, whoa, this is cool. Maybe it's an independent film. But the suit maker used the feet and hands from the Creature from the Black Lagoon, because he also did the Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Okay.
So, it's things like that. I have like weird fondness for these movies. I think the hardest thing to watch will probably be Zombie 90 Extreme Pestilence.
The like slow, like in the like its pacing.
Well, the director's not known for his quality, but they are known for their copious amounts of ridiculous-looking gore. And I think it's entirely dubbed because it's been done by a bunch of German people.
Well, we'll go through that then.
And while I really want to watch all the violent shit movies, I don't think I should watch them all in one sitting, because that's 4 movies, and I think I might break you if I do that. So I'm gonna break them up as we go. We'll slowly watch violent shit movies.
Lost dog toy.
I love it. Hi, baby.
Dog toy.
Oh, I think the cat wants to be fed. I'm gonna go stand next to her feeder ball until she figures it out. Be right back. Come on.
Oh, there goes that guy. Dog toy exploded. Damn it, I want to backtrack to see that effect. Did they do a cut right there and then exploded, or did they actually blow that shit up in his face? Music should be a little more like hunty, too slow paced.
Cat's an idiot. I can't help it. I can help but love this stupid cat. You're dumb. I love you, but you're literally dumb. Come on. I know. Come on. Come on. Here. Here. Oh, he can't reach you, damn it. Too short. You're an asshole. I'm leaving you. Sorry for stepping away.
Oh my god, you stepped away during the moment, so I'm like, I have things to say.
I'm sorry, what?
You stepped away while I have things to say for this movie.
Oh, sorry.
So the person like the dog toy explodes and killed them.
Hey,
And I'm
Seth
like,
Angel.
and I really wanted to like stop the movie and go back to see the special effect to see if they actually exploded something in the guy's face and he had to fall out of frame, or if they like had him cut it, like basically splice two scenes together. Like he disappears the second it
I think he
explodes.
gets shot right in the face with something.
Well, it's like a smoke plume explosion.
Right.
So it's like,
Orange
and he's
Unicorn?
not
Hello?
there when the thing is gone. So I'm like, wait a minute, did they actually shut that, like explode that in that guy's face, or did they like splice two ends of like two different scenes together?
I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, you can check
Yeah.
later, obviously.
I'd have to check it
Write
later.
down a time marker for you.
Yeah. And then secondarily, the other guy was being chased, and they had the same kind of music, and I'm just like, you should have increased the tempo a bit, just for like a chase sequence tempo.
What always gets me is about this shot, right? First of all, they had to boost the audio because the window's going
in the wind,
right? And so, what gets me is you're shooting on video. Why didn't you just shoot another day?
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, okay, whatever. It's one of those things. Maybe they had a schedule. I don't know. But it's like one of those. It's questions like that where like I always wonder what made people choose that bizarre decision. Right?
Yeah. So there's a question, since I don't know the procedures for this. Since it's on a basically one of those things that uses like a beta or a videotape to record video, right? For a camera, right?
Yeah.
So, but did she have access to, like, I'm assuming she had editing software or an editing studio to work
it was
with,
like,
right?
It was 1990s, late 80s kind of tech, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying this isn't all like done in sequence, so it isn't like one like totally old school, and it's like shoot scene one, then we have to
I have no idea.
Stop the taste,
Some
then shoot
filmmakers
scene
do that.
two, and that's what I'm saying. This feels too confident to do that.
I think it's edited together properly.
Yeah.
Well.
So then, that makes like weird. This is like why did you? That's the take you took with the bad audio and the wind.
Yeah. And things like that, like, and I get that, and maybe it's like that's the kind of thing, like I know there's a reason behind this. There's a story behind this, and I'm not insulting anybody because I understand shit happens when you're on set, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, but I want to know the story behind why that one, why that ridiculous choice.
Yeah, I can imagine she might have not proofed the video as she was taking it, like to see like the quality of like the take, maybe.
But you can go back and reshoot this video.
Yeah.
It's not like it's filmed.
The thing is but that's the thing with like a $200 budget, unless these are all your friends, family, if you're actually paying the person.
The budget, the budget was probably for all the props. Let's be totally honest. Come on, click on the thing. Thank you. And then, her name is Tina Dumoulin.
Is the director?
So, no, that's the actress.
No.
So she may not have been available to do reshoots. See, things like that, right? Like, there's things you can't control, and I'm like, that's the kind of thing I want to know. That's the curiosity factor. That's nothing to do. Nothing really.
No, you didn't. No, it was nothing. It was a tree. It was definitely a tree. At least he's a gentleman to walk her home, or he's just using her as bait. One of the two.
Well, you never know. I'm glad that it's available on Prime. And thanks for joining us, Seth. I appreciate it. We got
Wow,
a
this
viewer.
is a really nice shot.
Yes, they had access. This is part of the equipment they had access to is the crane.
They had a crane.
Yeah,
Nice.
they had Steadicam, I
I'd be
think,
like
and
there's a simple question of like, why weren't you, if you had access to a crane, you should be using it all over the damn place.
well, you don't want to
Especially,
overdo it. That would be
I mean,
pointless.
for all like, there could have been at least a couple other good crane shots. I felt
Well,
like
maybe, but
overall.
they probably only had it like one day or something, and so you pick and choose, right? Like, yeah, they get to use it.
And I just imagine seeing and just it's like I'm really cold. I'm putting on my jacket right now in the middle of the scene, and she's like, oh, I guess sure, whatever. It's the yes,
Go with it.
go with it.
Or even better, imagine the extra takes it took because every time she put her thing on, she kept knocking the glasses to the ground or something.
Yeah.
Take it again. Like I can imagine those kind of little things. And she fucking took them off anyway. Please, saucer.
Saucers and
You want to retake
yes,
that?
I'm a cop.
Wow, man. I love this movie. Him and his Bret Hart glasses. Come on. You know when I say Bret Hart glasses exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Those glasses. When did the Nasty Boys join the Hart Foundation? Oh, no, wrestling only joke.
Why? They missed.
No. She saw something. But there's nothing though, apparently.
She
Look, the
screamed
crane shot
at
again.
nothing. Crane shot. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, the most advanced piece of technology they have on this entire shoot.
I think I had a steady cam too. Yeah, you saw that in some of the wood shots. Hey, Funk Monk.
And I guess you're just with me at home now. Oh.
What?
Just.
Acting?
The acting.
Was that like verbal air quotes? The acting.
Yes, that was verbal. That was a verbal error.
Okay.
And I was emulating her acting.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I'm guessing she wasn't an actor.
no, she was literally someone's grandmother or mother.
Oh, I love this movie, Funk Monk. I saw this one for second time Coast to Coast. I bought it for second round Coast to Coast. I've already reviewed this on my channel with Owen Neal, my podcasting partner. It's just a car clicker.
It's just someone's car clicker.
It's just a car clicker.
I think, what is this? Oh god. I was gonna say Honda, but that didn't seem like funny enough. What is this Honda?
What's an Onda? Take off the A because you don't do copyrights. Is it me or does it look like it has a red pot leaf on its patch?
Yeah, but wasn't this from
It's a maple leaf,
Canadian lands?
I think the maple leaf, but it looks like kind of like a pot leaf with the low video compression.
Yeah, because it looks like it's been shredded a little bit.
It's been taken. Yeah. Some of the leaves have been like mutilated there. Hey, come on. Come here, baby. How's it going, Funk Monk? Oh, God damn it. Why has everyone got to break into my house? I'm trying to fucking sleep. Look how perfect my hair is while I was sleeping, though.
Perfect.
She's got good hair, ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's very 80s, but it's very good looking. She obviously put work into it.
It's like, how would you tell he's outside anyway? He's in a ghillie suit. I'm here anyway.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a total crush on Tina, so, you know, on Jennifer, the character. That big hair? Mm-mm-mm. I basically forgot I was doing this movie marathon every day this week, and then remembered every day this week also. So I kept going, God, I forgot I'm doing that. Ah. And I also got bacon wrapped jalapeno popper chips. Woo.
What are you smoking? It's an egg from the land of Tinfoilia.
That glorious wacky tobacco.
So both icing it and heating it speed it up. That's chemically insane.
Logic. Wow, actually have a nice little bite to him. I'm shocked.
They actually have a little bit of tang to them.
A little bit of bite, yeah.
That's good.
You know, normally if you eat like 20 chips and you're like, oh, it's starting to get warm now.
Yeah, right.
You know, takes a while to heat up, and you're like, and then you ignore it long enough, and you're like, oh, should drink a little water sooner. But you know, this is actually like, woo, nice.
What brand?
Yes, the hair in this movie is perfect. I love it. Also, his hair, he's totally, like I said, one of the nasty boys. He just looks like it. You could walk into wrestling right now, wrestling ring, and you'd be like, oh yeah, he belongs there. I know him. Third nasty boy. Dun, 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 dun. I like the music. Not gonna lie. Hey,
not bad. There's a few of the scenes that their music could have been like, I don't know, sped up just a tad more for like the pacing of the shot. I don't know. There's a scene earlier when like right after that one guy died, and my copy paused on me.
Uh-oh. Well, sync up with the time.
Oh, there we go. Well, I can't sync up with the Twitch time.
Oh, I can share with you. Yeah, I can share with you. Hold on.
What's your time? Just say your time code right now.
37, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09.
Now I'm a
10,
bit ahead now.
11,
Pause.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
There you go.
All right.
We're good.
37, 16, 18. Yeah, we're good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're like maybe a second off now.
That's fine. That's weird. Wonder what happened there. You're not streaming it, are you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Like, that's really unreliable off of Google Drive.
No, no, and I downloaded onto
Okay.
my computer. It is on a second hard drive, so it might have just like, you know, something computers.
When you get to Deadly Prey, you might want to put it on a solid state if you got it.
Yeah, that was a huge one.
Yeah, it's a Blu-ray rip.
So what I'm getting from the plot is aliens are secret first off, even though there's like mega corporation, big government organization that deals with them. Uh, Apparently, aliens are already here, and the company like
Sorry, I was
puts
laughing
them
at remote
off
handles.
world, takes them off world. And this one somehow was able to get away from the company
No, they
government.
kill them to prevent them from getting off the world, and this one stole a ship and got off the world. So he's off to capture it because it got away and is now on Earth.
Okay, so then
Dap
was
is
the
from another
earlier
planet.
Okay, so okay, I think
The
yes,
planet at the
I
beginning wasn't
now
Earth. The planet at the beginning was Dap's home planet or whatever. The
got you,
Phobes are being eliminated because they're a scourge.
got you. I
Parking garage.
that makes more sense now. Aligning with what makes more sense.
By the way, I've watched this like 5 times. The first time I watched this, I was just like baffled and laughing, and I didn't get any of the story. All right, let's just be honest. I was enjoying myself, but it just wasn't. It didn't sink in. And the second and third time, a second time I watched it again, and the third time I watched it with with all the special features, and now I'm watching you 5th time, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, maybe it's his 4th time. Might only be 4th time. Anyway.
uh,
Hold me for a sec, will ya? The car broke their fall. Did you get
yes.
it? The car broke their fall. Oh, look at that! Look at that explosion.
In the wrong position, unless it's this. It should have been more in front.
Maybe it's on the other side of the building. It drove away, so we're seeing it from their perspective. I think that's the idea, but it's not clear at all. But like, it's just like a brilliant slice of Canadiana. It's just so Canadian. I think the only thing it lacks is the Canadian tuxedo, which is the all denim jacket, denim pants.
I mean, isn't the major joke then it's lacking a Tim Hortons too?
Well, I don't know if Tim Hortons exists at this point. I don't know about corporations. That shit changes all the time. I think it's a newer thing in this movie. Oh, you weren't here at the beginning, Seth. The budget was 250 Canadian dollars, so 10 American dollars, give or take.
Tim Hortons was founded in May 1964.
Yeah, but was it when it became a nationwide chain? Maybe
found in
you know what?
Hamilton, Ontario. So
this might be a Tim Hortons interior, for all we fucking know. I don't fucking know what Tim Hortons looks like. Do you?
It's a weird donut shop.
Yeah, but this is the Canadian Tim Hortons. Is it a sit-down donut shop where they eat them with forks and knives like weird Canadian people?
Oh my god! So
I love you, Canada. I'm being silly.
So one of Tim Hortons' parent companies is Wendy's. Go figure.
Oh, what?
It was bought out by 95 to 2006, apparently. And they're apparently just randomly all over the place. It's like there's a Tim Hortons in Saudi Arabia. Philippines, Mexico, China, Spain,
A bunch of places I don't want to go. Excellent.
Canada,
That's where I want to go.
Bron,
Hey.
Bahrain,
Bahrain,
Bahrain. Yeah, that's more correct. Oman,
Oman. That's in the Persian Gulf.
Kuwait.
That's all in the Persian Gulf.
Yeah, it's just like what? Just like Canada, Americas, Ireland,
The only reason I
and
know
the
that is
Persian
because of
Gulf.
Battlefield 2. Sad as that might be. I'm just not good at geography. It's never been my strongest suit. I can't see the movie right now,
And
just so
Alex,
you know.
and Alex is in charge of it.
The movie is behind me right now. I have to pay attention to this cat.
Valid. The cat is more important.
She's more important than most humans. You kidding me?
Huh. There was a dude named Tim Horton that was a founder. It's not just a random name.
Like Wendy's is.
Yeah. Wasn't it supposed to be theoretically his daughter?
I don't know if that's a real thing though. I think it's just a fake, made up shit story. But I don't
But
know.
isn't there like literally a Wendy's, like an old lady Wendy that like they have like toting around?
I don't fucking know, dude. I can't look it up because then the audience will see me looking it up on Wikipedia. It'll be your face. That's the screen I have to share. I tried to share the program, but it won't let me share the program. So. Oh, a laser lockpick. Love it. Just add the word laser at the beginning of it. It's a sci-fi movie.
Yep.
A sonic screwdriver. A laser lockpick.
So okay. So yeah, Thomas named the rest fourth child. But the problem becomes that this fourth child is Melinda Lou Thomas with Melinda Lou Wendy Thomas.
Her nickname was Wendy?
Her nickname was Wendy.
Fucking stupid. Why? Why not just name your daughter Wendy at that point?
Then my thing goes, that means that all Wendy's should technically be called Melindas.
Linda's, yes. Hey.
The power of the internet and the random things on it.
Oh, the all of human knowledge at your fingertips.
Oh, it's amazing. It's ridiculous. You know, with the advent of smartphones, like we fucking have Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in the palms of our hands.
My unlock screen used to be "Don't panic" just because.
Nice.
I was like, I might as well because most of the time I just use it to look up Wikipedia while I'm on the go.
Yeah, right. I would love to get like the case having a "Don't panic" on the outside of the case.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I've never been to a Tim Hortons. I don't think they have anything I can eat there now.
I don't like. I know them as like a weird donut shop, donuts and coffee.
Yeah, I like donuts. I can't have them anymore.
I don't know if they've expanded overall.
Oh no!
I guess they did do burgers and stuff because in the early thousands they outbeat McDonald's in Canada for food service operators.
Wow.
So I'm assuming they do
other foods.
Yeah, so they merged with it's like a weird thing. So they merged with Wendy's
in the
early 90s, and then they merged with Burger King in the late 2014. So I assume Tim Hortons is like blobbing into new like other chain restaurants and be like, "You are now Tim Hortons."
One with the Wendy Hortons King.
Wendy King Hortons.
Wendy King Horton. Now that's a nickname, King.
Yeah, it's a cafe and bake shop. So
cool. I'm sure they have something I can have there. Most places have at least one or two gluten-free things by happenstance, not by purpose.
Yeah.
It's always salads. Fuck my life.
What
Hold on, I think the cat
What
wants
year
out.
was this movie made?
1994.
94.
Yeah, right
Okay.
back.
So
Yeah. What's
by
up?
you left.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's left. Okay.
You want out? Oh, here we go. Figured it out, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. Fucking cat, man. She is needy as
So
fuck.
by
I love my cat, but she's very needy.
so by 1993, there's 700 Tim Horton.
Wow, quite a bit.
Yeah. It's a paintball gun. That's why you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It shoots paintballs.
Kind of looks like an
and
air
Roman
compressor
candles.
handle gun, because it has all this shit too. I thought that was BNC connector for the video thing. Yeah.
He just casually dropped his like ID card.
Pretty much. You can read the whole thing out loud?
Yes.
So you're not human? Oh my god. It took that long, that whole sentence, or you came to the realization he's not human. That was it? There's nothing else to that scene?
No, that's it.
What the fuck?
Also, Tim Hortons has a military partnership with the Canadian Forces bases.
Oh my god, he's
Yep.
stuck in Tim Hortons, guys.
Yep.
So that could have been the inside of Tim Hortons for all we know. You got it. For all I know.
It looked like a bar when they walked in. It was more of like a random bar.
You can't. Yeah, it's out of print right now. Cataclysm's out of print. I have Contagion. Contagion's on its way to me. And I just need to get Cataclysm now. I don't have everything up to the end of No Man's Land.
Interesting. He says a small world like your own, so that means that there's a larger world too, with larger populations.
Yeah, I don't really like these. Meh. Meh. And you have to understand, there's actually, don't forget, 0 hours in there, and Underworld Unleash happens, but that we don't have there's no, Underworld Unleash hasn't been collected at all, in any form at all. And there's another event that happens in the middle of all that stuff that hasn't been collected. He repeated his line. You see that club? They left it in. Anybody who could be involved with them? Beautiful. His glasses are all beat up, dude.
They are really beat up.
Can't stop laughing at it. Didn't know this was Canadian. Or it was a New Jersey Philly production. No, it's Canadian. So what happened was Erica Benedetti convinced her employers to broadcast the movie. It became a cult classic on her coast. Like, it played all the time, like randomly in the middle of the night. It's a time filler. It became a cult classic, and then I got invited to play at festivals. And it's kind of been like an underground thing. It was the first release it's gotten. Maybe gotten a VHS too, but I don't think it did. Here it comes. Ah! Oh God! That was like cool. That was such a nothing scene
Yep.
for such an amazing moment in this movie.
It's like, oh my God, you really are an alien. Your eyes glow. We'll get some bad vampires and they'll glitter a bit.
Oh God.
And it's nighttime, so technically speaking, the light wouldn't do that to your eyes because, you know, it's artificial lights. And a lightsaber.
The laser sword. With the new effects, by the way, you can tell.
That's actually, yeah,
that's modern.
Better.
That's
yeah.
that's a modern thing. I bet it did not look that good in the original. Because yeah, that's the other thing. This is the quote unquote remastered version. So there was a CGI spaceship at the beginning that was newer, and there's been a few things that are newer. I think the eyes are new also. So I think the eyes didn't work in the original as well. But I could be wrong about the eyes. Dramatic music? Nothing. Illogical glowing. Woo!
Well, the problem is, oh, there is a stick in it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. It's got a core, but you saw it was wibbling. It's wibble wobbling a bit on the.
There's a couple moments when like the angle was like really weird. I was like, what? I was like, did you not put a core into that to track it to? And I'm like, oh no, you totally did. It's just that's just the weird angle you were holding it at.
It's just weird sometimes, yeah. Can't help it. I have a soft spot for fucking rubber alien monsters. Oh my God, have you seen Robo-War before? The Predator ripoff. Predator ripoff that's set in the jungle with Red Brown.
I think I've seen like a fan review, but I haven't actually seen it.
I got the Blu-ray. It was so much fun. So one of these times we're gonna do a double feature of Shocking Dark and Robo-War, because those are just really fun movies and they should be watched together.
Oh, he lost his eye color. Only indoors.
That's right. The eye color's gone. What the hell? Erica, you missed a shot. A sequence.
Well, I'm really surprised. Like, they wanted to do the whole scene and then like have it so like, oh, he doesn't wear his glasses anymore. But it's like, that's a lot of because you've done that a lot of work. You should have had him re-put his glasses on.
Maybe they will. I don't remember. Part's fuzzy. Like little details like that, I forget.
But the thing is that like this entire after he showed them, he should have put them back on, kind of thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, look at those gore effects!
Ooh.
We're gonna see lots of cheap gore effects today, that's for sure. Okay.
You mean my car fob? Yes.
My car
fob. Glasses back on. Good.
Yep. Yeah, they definitely wanted that sequence to have glowing eyes for sure the whole time, but that last part just didn't work, I guess. So maybe the glowing eyes is definitely an old effect then, since they didn't redo. Otherwise, they would have done that too. So. Did I just see the actor have to struggle to see through his sunglasses at night
Oh yeah,
so they
probably.
could look at his goggles through the wrong direction because he can't see through his sunglasses at night?
This must have actually been pretty bad for him, like having to walk anywhere.
Oh man,
Like I wonder how
yeah,
many shots there like were ruined from him tripping.
I don't know. He's a fucking trooper. I gotta tell you that. You know, he's there for the whole. He's in almost every fucking shot of the production. You know.
Yeah, no.
So, look, here's the fucking Steadicam shot. Look at this. Actually, it's a dolly shot, not Steadicam. Definitely a dolly shot. Is this an? I think it's in a car. I think we're in a
Yep.
car.
Yep, definitely is. It's not very steady. I mean, it
Yeah,
might
no,
be a
that's why
steady
it's not.
cam inside a
That's why I
car.
said never mind. It's not a Steadicam. It's a dolly shot. Steadicam may have been too expensive for a public access television show to have at this point. Meanwhile, dollies and cranes are old school. They're basic mechanical things, you know, because a film crane is people are pushing a thing and you go up, you know, through pneumatics. It's been around for 50 years or something like that. Before that, it was 20 people pulling on a thing to lift you up instead of like one or two people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was before pneumatics. But the crane really hasn't changed much when it comes to film equipment. Now they probably use a drone because it'd be cheaper.
Yeah.
I like drone shots. So.
Well, they can be good as long as you have the a nice, at least a halfway decent drone.
Do a film where you shoot the whole thing with a drone and flying indoors with people and stuff. It has to be a real small one.
Yeah. That's the problem is like, I mean, you would just be kind of like GoPro camera quality.
For now, until it gets better.
Yeah.
Just gotta wait for technology to catch up. That's all. Doo doot, 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 doo doot. Sorry, I really like the music. I wish I could get the soundtrack, honestly. Ah, high pitched whine. A fascination for movies in which they wander around abandoned buildings and shit. Oh look, it's an old refinery. Wander, wander, wander. It's the post-apocalypse. Wander,
Yeah.
wander, wander.
So I was helping a friend of mine. I was helping a friend of mine who's helping a friend of his, wanting to do a movie in town, and they're like, oh, Ventura has like all those like derelict things like on the outskirts, and like, yeah, it's like we'll scout some locations and stuff, and we don't. They've like torn down pretty much like most of the old like buildings, like
Oh,
up towards like going towards Ojai and stuff.
oops.
Going Ventura to Ojai.
Oh, that
There's
sucks.
a lot of old like buildings and
There's
like
an
refined old.
there's a stone amphitheater out there too.
Yeah, probably,
Uh,
but they wanted like old warehouse and old
right.
thing, and I'm just like, wow, they're like all gone.
Film school. My roommate Robbie and I went out there to film a thing for his project, and I couldn't go for the night shoot because I had something to do at home. And they went out, and there were like people fucking with them in the darkness, saying they'll kill them if they didn't leave. So they left because like they're out in the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere, Ohio,
yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, all right,
yeah,
we're just gonna go because they got like one shot, and then they packed up and left because they didn't want to deal with that shit.
yeah. It's not something you want to chance,
It's
unfortunately.
probably just kids fucking around, but still.
Yeah, but you never know.
If they had like cell phones, they said they would have just called the cops. But there was no cell phone service. They're like, okay, we've seen horror movies, we're out. I'm like, yeah, you're good. They came back like, are you back early? Like, yeah, someone threatened to kill us. I'm like, oh well, you did good by leaving. Some idiots would have kept filming or whatever, you know. And maybe they would have been fine. Who knows? Diddy Mow. Gotta go. Oh, shit! Through the empty boxes!
Empty boxes, conveniently placed.
Lightsaber fight!
Lightsaber fight!
Whoosh, whoosh. We're totally not in a soundstage. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It's not a soundstage. Don't look up.
Oh, yeah, right?
The railing.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's awesome. I love it. But, you know...
Yeah, that is kind of funny. It's like, it has the distinct, like, the room is too tall vibe.
And also there's railing for clamping on lights and shit.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and only someone who's been in that kind of space would know that. So, like, me pointing that out to Easter egg to somebody who's never been on a film set, you know?
Yeah.
Or someone who's not familiar with it through other means, like that kind of scene stuff, you know? Wind around the old machine shop. Doo-doo-doo.
Like my cousin Earl works in a machine shop, and they'll totally let us shoot here.
Yeah. There's Roman candles everywhere. Well, that's right. There's a wildfire I gotta go check on. I forgot to check on it a minute ago when I was thinking about it. My last stepped away.
Oh, good shot at the monster.
Nope, we Gucci. Wind blowing again in our favor.
Woo!
Yep. Which also means it's blowing in the favor of the people whose houses it was flattening, so that's good for them too.
Yay!
Like, go back to the mountains where you came from. But different mountains because it's going up a different. It came down one mountain, it's going back up a different set of mountains. So.
Oh, jeez.
Live in the middle of the woods on a mountain, so.
Yeah. I mean, how has your guys' like water been? Like, have you guys gotten like good moisture in the past couple years?
Meh. Not this year.
Yeah, well, that's not as good then.
But, you know.
Yeah, because 2 years ago we had a ridiculous forest fire, wildfire here, like literally threatened Ventura.
Oh, I remember.
But we were literally we were still in the middle of our like ridiculous drought, so like everything was just like pure tinder.
Yeah.
I think we became like the first or second worst like wildfire in California for like square footage.
Wow.
Yeah. Not too bad on destroyed property.
Oh.
There only a few buildings were lost, which was good.
System failure from the slow-mo fall.
You know, for the amount of that, how fast that thing moved, it's just like that put him into a reboot.
And knocked him over? How'd that knock him over?
And
Sky surfing, do. Sky surfing, how you do, sky surfing. That might actually be pretty fun, actually. Cut away while he struggled to get the gun out of his jacket. Or the box.
Well, also the cutaway that it's the You know, you probably actually have like a professional guy like working the
Yeah,
crane system.
obviously. Hodgson Steel. You know they did that shot specifically to show off that so that they
Yeah.
can get them to agree. Which is fine. That's, you gotta do what you gotta do to make it work, right? There's probably a lot more egregious product placement in the world than that, you know? Man, product placement's bullshit, and then you just pull up the drink with the label.
Yeah, right.
Fuck's sakes.
So he's like wearing like a football like padding, it looks like under it to
Yeah.
like give him the shoulders. Oh my God, now we definitely know he's an alien.
He has football
A
pads. He's got
mask inside a
motocross.
mask.
He's
Oh,
got,
you can kind of see his eyes in there too.
he's got motocross shin guards and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's trying to make himself look bulky, and then they got the ghillie silver. It's actually a really well designed suit when you think about it.
Oh no, it's good. The big problem is because of the nature of it, the neck.
Hmm.
He like has no with the helmet. He had no neck. It doesn't look too bad here actually. With the
Oh, into the trap.
oh my God, he got an echo trapped.
I know, right? Now you want to buy Hodgson Steel products? I love my chat. They're good people.
I think I'm spelling it wrong because I'm getting up oat products here.
There's no E, I don't think.
No,
Oh,
I
there's an
spelled.
E, I think. Oh, oh. Look at this cardboard model. It's fucking cool. I
Oh
actually really like
yeah.
the model. I do this all with all love and respect, because I can't do better. I'll guarantee that. Erica Benedict, there's a good chance she'll actually watch this, because she tends to comment. I've seen her comment on most of the things about Phobe.
Mm-hmm.
So, hi, Erica. I love your work. I want to know all the stories about what happened during this movie. I want all the stories. Every little detail I need to know. Because I genuinely love this movie. Just entirely. Flaws and all. It tries so hard and does not even remotely meet the mark. But in the act of trying, it's very endearing. And I love all the marks it does hit. It's like high enough quality to just to be truly enjoyable, you know. And you know that's all you really should strive for in a movie, right? Is at least someone can enjoy it. I think the movie's a success in this manner, you know. God, Jesus, that line. The audio mix is a bit bad. The music's a little bit loud in the scene. But like those slight problems are something I didn't notice until my fifth viewing now. So other problems are glaring, and other problems you notice because you've seen it too many times. You know.
No intermeaning shots for like him pulling the gun out. It's just no
Nope.
gun.
He has a
Now
gun.
there's a gun.
Just has a gun. Look. Yeah, like exactly like Doctor Who '70s effects. It's beautiful. It's from 1994 though.
Ooh, that was actually pretty nice.
That was great. That was fucking awesome. And he lifts
Oh,
him
I
off the
see what
ground.
they did. He
He's
just
crouching.
stood up. He was crouching and stood up into a wobble
He's
effect.
on a apple box or whatever. And here, is he gonna step up? No, I just step up onto a box or something. But no, he's like standing on an apple box or on a ledge or something. And he just crouched and stood up. Is he gonna
Slow
get
falling
shot?
backwards.
Nope. Looks like a grenade got thrown at him.
Grenade.
Oh, stayed
Oh
fall.
boy, oh, that actually probably didn't feel very good for that
Oh, probably
fall.
hurt. Oh, Dap wears sunglasses because he has like weird eyes that are like sensitive to the
Anyone
sun.
from anyone from that planet would wear the same kind of glasses. It feels
Oh
like.
yeah, it looks like everyone's wearing glasses because of that. I bet. Actually, good point. They're all from
Yeah,
that planet. So they have sensitive eyes to our plant and our to our light or whatever. So
and it makes their eyes glows too.
yeah, glows bright yellow or whatever. Ah!
Oh, everyone's dead. That's evil or incompetence.
And then you just got to deal with the phobe again.
Yeah. Or are they going to be like, hey, you did us a favor. You can go off and like breed and be a warmongering race. Worked out for the Klingons.
I guess we're even now. Thanks. What? It's a highly dangerous being. Just take this craft, go. I don't. That logic never sat with
Fuck
me.
the solar system. Oh, actually, so within like weird sci-fi lore, uh, it isn't brought up until like Deep Space Nine, I think, on Star Trek. But like, it's revealed that the Klingons never actually like did the warp barrier themselves.
They stole the technology.
They were an enslaved race by another race. Like came in and like enslaved their
Oh.
planet, and they were
Okay.
able to overthrow them. So they were able to get the technology that way.
Ah.
So they never actually did the warp barrier themselves.
Interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's later lore. So, but that's the thing is like I'm
So
someone
was
brought it
it
up.
that race that genetically altered them with the ridges at some point, or is that some other thing?
No, that's
That's later,
that's
right?
stupidity.
Stupidity. Okay.
If you really want to get into it, we can. But it amounts to it's a weird plot point in another. It's in Enterprise
I remember they.
because
Okay, I
okay.
remember the Deep Space Nine episode. They go trials and tribulations. They go back and he mentions that they don't look the same. He's like, yeah, we don't talk about that.
So okay, so we'll actually get
That's what
into this
Worf
then because
says.
we're at the end of this movie. So
Wait for the credits to roll.
fine.
Let's be respectful to not get into a deep discussion about fucking.
Another
Yes.
sci-fi property during the one sci-fi property. Yeah, it
I
is
think
right.
that.
I'll be
There we go.
respectful.
Okay.
There we go. And then
Rest
sorry
in
for the
peace, John
loss of
Rubick
your
Jr.
cousin. So
He was Dap.
originally in lore, before basically that episode, the thing of it is they were always that way.
Okay.
The ridges existed in the original series. It's just that they didn't have the special effects budget to really do it correctly. So when
Ah.
they had Worf in as a on-screen on Next Generation, they're like, "Hey, I want to do." Gene Roddenberry is like, "I'm going to do what I really wanted for the Klingons. This is how I envisioned them. That's a Klingon." That was a de facto Klingon until basically that Trials with Tribbles in Deep Space Nine, when there's a joke throwaway line that there is a difference between old Star Wars, Star Trek, and new Star Trek Klingon. That was the moment because Gene Roddenberry had gone on record numerous times stating, "No, yeah, the costume has been updated.
Hmm.
This is what they did. If they looked like that on the original series, it's just because of our budgetary constraints. Because we had Kern and the other not Vulcans, other Klingons. So constantly, we didn't have the budget to do them that way so often.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a lot of Klingon episodes back then.
I know. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. So
Yeah.
they made an in continuity reason for it later.
Yeah.
Okay. So now
Which
that's
basically
continuity.
went
It's some sort of
which
virus or
went
whatever, right? Or genetic
which went
alteration.
back on the stated by the basically the creator.
Doesn't matter
Yeah.
because it was something the creator never had a hand in anyway. So you can get real anal about what specifically the creator made or not, or you can just live that it's a
Yeah.
property that expands with every creator.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, now hilariously we got then basically we got Star Trek Enterprise going on, because in Enterprise at the start they had the cranial ridges,
Mm-hmm.
and people are like, "What the fuck?" Because they remember that one episode and they
Mm-hmm.
remember the other things. So there's a late season in Enterprise. They have basically a sequence where they basically do the eugenics shenanigans, and it basically made them look like normal humans for a while, and that basically
Ah.
infected pretty much all the Klingon Empire. And then between original series and Next Generation, they were able to basically clear up that virus and made them look like their normal Klingon self.
So weird.
Yes, like I said, it's basically, if it. Unfortunately, like I said, basically that one scene in the one time travel episode kind of fucks with the timeline to a bad degree. It's debatable. But this is where it gets more fuzzy, because I don't have um, me actually watching it. So for Star Trek Discovery, we now have a completely new Klingon design, completely new, with like genetic, like completely different anatomy going on.
Okay. I
And
have no interest in the
and
show to begin with, but
I know, and like I've looked up just enough to like be kind of like, for that specific thing. It didn't help that like the entire series was locked behind a paywall, like on that, like whatever
I mean
platform.
whatever. Special thanks
Yeah,
to the Surplus Exchange Inc. Hey, then we found out where they got all the military equipment. The
yeah,
Surplus Exchange Inc.
yeah,
Ultrastage Inc. Hey, guess what? That's a
yeah.
soundstage
Fog
they shot
machines and
in.
pyro effects. Yeah,
Select equipment. Boom crane for the great camera shots.
yeah,
Blade Against Sports providing the Phobe's costume. The
yep.
ghillie suit. The out. Oh my
I'm
god.
surprised Play Against Sports had a ghillie suit if it was from them. I'm
Providing
assuming it was
part of
all
the
the
Phobe's
surplus
costume.
too.
Or wigs.
Wigs for the band, in the
one in the bar or whatever, in the one scene.
yeah.
The club, whatever it was.
Wow, it's from Niagara, so they were East Coast then.
Yeah. It's East Coast Canada. Yep. Where's Hodgson Steel? I know, right? There's the contact lenses that we saw in the one scene. I bet
Oh,
you
okay,
didn't.
so
I
it
bet
was
you
a
didn't show
physical
up. I
effect.
bet you didn't show up well, because that was
Yeah.
definitely a digital effect. I'm pretty sure. Like added to it later.
Chicken balls? I
Food.
don't. Okay. But yeah, no. Star Trek lore is actually pretty interesting. Like, and that's just going into like just the TV show stuff, not even like extended universe shenanigans. That's why I always felt like Star Trek lore was a bit deeper than like Star Wars lore, just because like you didn't have to like, there's so much more to it for like a visual side of the spectrum. Star Wars, you always had to like go in. Are you even there?
I'm
I know
listening
you're
to you.
still here. Okay.
Yes,
There's just
I
no
was
like
responding to a
There's
text
no
message.
there's no
Sorry.
feedback things. Yeah.
I was trying to listen while type words at the same time. It requires me to not say words, because
Yeah.
the third thing will just fuck me up.
Yeah, I know that. But I mean, I love both Star Trek and Star Wars, but I always felt that it was always so sad that like Star Wars never really got much in the way of like TV like series. So I mean, it's like now we're getting way more stuff, but like Star Trek always had kind of a leg up because it had like what, 7 movies and like 5 long running TV shows.
Yeah, for me it stops at Voyager. That's the last show I really liked. Even
Uh,
that last season everyone
parts.
hates, I like. God damn it.
Yeah, because it was a weird wrap-up season,
I
which
like
was
that.
kind of like,
We watched
but
Phobe, and now we're talking about
Star Trek.
Star
Yeah.
Trek at the end. Well, the movie's over with.
Well, it was the Phobe alien had an interesting kind of Klingon connection. I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was like a warrior race kind of species that was kind of, yeah.
I like this movie. Damn it. What did you think?
It was very good. I mean, it was she had a lot of great ideas, and her camera work was actually really superb.
I
Which
agree.
I have to always it's usually a person's like this kind of movie, like the camera work will be complete shit.
Yeah, a
And
lot of times.
this wasn't.
No,
I
it
mean,
wasn't.
it was amateurish, yes, but it was still it. She basically put herself probably through a crash course of like actual cinematography, either through like an actual college
Well,
class or
she worked at the
watching a lot of good movies
she
and
worked at
like
a TV
understood.
station also.
Oh, she watched it. She know what she worked in,
So
and
she
like
has
things.
she had technical skill for sure.
Yeah. So, but that's so that's at
Probably
least
because of
it's
that.
good there.
Well, yeah, they worked
Like
at
I've
local
like
television for sure.
I've thought about myself. It's like if I ever did a movie and whatnot, because like I'd have to like okay, I'm gonna rewatch like go find like best cinematography movies of all time and rewatch like those movies like 5 times a piece
Well, she definitely
and
had the
just like
skill.
understanding shot composition and editing composition.
For
She
me,
and it was great.
I don't know. Did she do any other movies? I can't remember. Let me look. I don't think she did, and I struggle to understand why she didn't. Oh, she did. She did a movie called Cobblestone in 1995, the next year. Oh, whoa! Whoa, hold
She
the
did,
fuck on.
she did something,
Cobblestone.
Cobblestone.
No, but I want to see it now. When a group of friends set out to play their favorite RPG game, they soon find themselves in that fantasy world, discovering the prophecy of the Cobblestone, and pursued by the evil wizard, they must rescue the princess and get back to their world. I need to find this fucking movie.
Does Phobe not have an IMDb page?
Uh, it should.
Oh, I just need to scroll down a bit more. Google is being stupid.
Cobblestone, The Journey Begins. It's a shot-on-video fantasy film. By the way, I have one in our marathons. I do have one of those coming up called the Way Bad Stone, which I haven't seen, but I think might be the first shot-on-video fantasy film. And it's not like this. It's like an actual like fantasy film. Like it's set in the fantasy film. The fact that shot on video is just a technical requirement by their budget, probably. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and Seth just said on Prime. Next up movie is Prisoners of the Lost Universe. That's the film we will be covering in the future on this because I had the Blu-ray for that and Mutant War, which is a sequel. It's a
So
duology.
yeah, she did those two movies in '95, and then the
Oh,
next directing
Phobe was
credits are.
'94.
Oh, so IMDb is wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
IMDb is wrong, which is not in, not unusual.
At least it's
It's
almost
close.
close.
It's close. I think it came out in late '94, which is why there's confusion. Okay.
And then she did two shorts in the late, late 2013 and 2015.
She in 1995 she did a movie called Cobblestone. Now I gotta find that movie. I gotta find that movie. Absolutely need to find that movie very badly. I was hoping that Intervision would have released it by now. So there must be some other reason why it can't be released. So I will have to find some. Maybe it's never been released. I don't fucking know. If it has been released, I will find a copy of it. I'm still trying to find Craig Denny's The Astrologer. Now, Craig Denny's The Astrologer has had a few screenings. It came out the same year as a director Glickenhaus, James Glickenhaus. He did a movie called The Astrologer, same year. Okay, so there's confusion.
How long is the next movie? I'm
We're
gonna try and
watching a
time.
violence movie, I think, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna try and time my food for the end of that
I think
movie.
it's 10 minutes? Or 15 minutes?
15 minutes.
Okay, the
roughly.
other one's 10 minutes.
Yeah, and my food's. I'm gonna turn on the oven now. So
Go for it.
yeah, because it's a 20-minute. So I'm gonna turn on the oven.
Do your thing. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be covering a bunch of those things, guys, in the future. I've got a Google Drive because he doesn't have infinite money, so he can't just keep buying all these movies. So I have ripped a bunch of them for him only. No one else gets to see them. I'm not pirating. Because if he was here in the same room with me, he'd be watching with them without having to pay for it. It's the same concept. I was gonna do a rabbit stream. It's much harder to route the audio because then I can just show him what I'm watching on my computer. But it's just that I had the bandwidth. That's not the problem. It's just routing the audio was a pain in the ass. So this is just the easiest way to do it. He watches them off my Google Drive, and then, he's buying the ones he likes. Trust me, I know how he works. Anyway, so I've got a Google Drive with a bunch of movies that are right here on my shelf, and that shelf over there. And he's going and building the next. He's gonna build half of the next marathon. So, meanwhile, we've got four marathons planned. 3 of which are Albert Pullian's Cyborgs, Albert Pullian's other cyborg films, non-Pullian cyborg films. So that's 3 different marathons, and then we have the other one, which is a random collection of Italian films I've been meaning to watch, which is the Voyage of Sinbad with Lou Ferrigno, and Hands of Steel, and I think I have Planet of the Vampires in there, something like that. I guess right now we can change out the thing. Editor, poster, browse. Do 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 do, bow 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 bow. I literally feel your pain as I also walk with a cane now.
Oh, fun.
Yours is temporary, hopefully, but
Yeah.
mine's not.
I walked on. I basically fucked. Also, I mildly fucked my hand walking with the cane. Like I put too much pressure. Like at one point, so like my palm is like sensitive from it.
Oh yeah,
so I'm like,
that goes away after you've done it for a while.
Yeah, no.
Just so you know, that for a long time, for like the first month of the use of that cane, that was. You didn't fuck it up. That's just from constant pressure.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's like.
You'll learn to like put the pressure here on this part of your palm versus this part of your palm, like the front and back.
That's right here. Like I putting the pressure like right here.
You start learning to lean forward or backward on it. That way you can like rest the middle, because the middle bruises. Yeah. The middle bruises, the sides don't. The edges of your hand here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put the pressure with most of your pressure here, or most of your pressure here, your hand will do much better. It's actually a pimp cane because my buddy Jedi Nerd bought me a really fancy cane when I was in California. Very nice cane. Very thankful for it.
I'm not sure if the handle's like it's like one of these guys.
Yeah, it's the same handle I have basically.
Yeah,
my handle's
I don't know.
Got a little bit more like fanciness to it, but it's the same shape. That's a pretty standard handle.
Yeah, I don't know. It just me not knowing. I like the first day I was walking on it technically the wrong way, and I was just like, this doesn't feel right, because like the motion isn't quite right. So I stopped in the middle of the driveway and look up like how to walk with cane.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's this way, and it's like, okay, that does work way better.
And it's all just about where you apply your wrist. You put your wrist above the part of your hand you want the pressure on. So, like if you're holding the cane like this, you lean your hand a little forward so all the pressure's on this where your bone is, as opposed to the fat meat that bruises. That's why it gets bruised. Same. So it's just a slight adjustment of how you're putting your weight on it. It's if you do it a lot, like walk with a cane a lot, you'll figure it. It's easy
that makes sense.
Yeah. Trying to explain to the audience wouldn't help either.
I'm gonna wait just a couple minutes before we start so I can basically put the pizza in, watch the movie, and then a few minutes after the movie's done, take the pizza out.
Sure.
Uh,
It's fine with me, dude.
yeah. Mm. Uh,
I will be splitting this marathon video off at the end of the short film, though, and then we'll be picking it up again with Spine.
okay.
Is that right? Spine was the next movie?
No, Zombie.
Oh, Zombie Pestilence. Right, that's right. Zombie Pestilence is gonna be the worst watch movie I'm surmising. In 1980s Germany, horror. Oh god, it's very loud. In 1980s Germany, horror film censorship was a huge problem. The government rarely let classic horror films pass without severe cuts when they were released on home video. To combat this unfortunate situation, many German horror fans scraped together a few bucks, rented video cameras, and created their own ultraviolet, gory splatter epics. Arguably the most famous of these micro-budget German gore fests are the violent shit films from director Andreas Schnaas. I don't think that's how you say it, sorry. Shot on standard definition video cameras, these films are a sight to behold. Although they are amateurishly done, choppily edited, and loaded with ridiculous low-budget gore, these films have an undeniably offensive charm that has kept horror fans entertained for over 25 years. I'm turn the volume down on this thing. These dogs are going ape shit right now. Synapse Films is proud to present the original Violent Shit trilogy along with 2010's Violent Shit 4.0, Carl the Butcher vs. the Axe, on DVD for the first time in North America, in versions completely remastered from the original by the original owners, aka from the original tape by Andreas Schnaas. Also includes the crazy English language dub version of Zombie 90s Extreme Pestilence on a bonus DVD. So we're watching the crazy English language dub version of Zombie 90 Extreme Pestilence. So shot for a reported $2,000 between the filming of Violent Shit 1 and 2, Zombie 90 Extreme Pestilence follows two bumbling doctors as they investigate a zombie outbreak after a military plane crash releases strange chemicals into the German countryside. The dead rise to attack the living. Can they be stopped? Transferred from the original PAL 1-inch master given to us by cinematographer Steve Akina. So we're watching that after this video. The violence film, which we're watching right now, shot on VHS back in 1988 with additional footage added in 2003 by teenage brothers Eric Wilkinson, who went on to produce the cult hit Jerome Bixby's The Man from Earth. That's a fun movie, actually. A good movie, I should say. David Wilkinson, the violence movie, was passed around on... And David Wilkinson, excuse me. The violence movie was passed around on bootleg VHS tapes before the term viral ever existed. 30 years later, this homage to slasher movies of the era has been remastered, well, sort of, and re-edited by the brothers themselves and rescored by none other than the legendary Friday the 13th composer Harry Manfredini for all to enjoy. This is the first film. When a deranged killer escapes from prison, he inexplicably invades the home of Joey Hammond, who must fight for his life in order to stay alive. It's 14 minutes long. The second movie is actually 19 minutes long. Wow, we could have watched both movies. 14 minutes for you to warm up your thing, 20 minutes for the movie to food the cook.
Yeah, right.
Jeez. Did you have a... Oh, yeah, I have a question. Yeah, a lot of people complain about the new Klingon design. I think it's refreshing. Yeah, it's fine. I don't have a problem with the new Klingon design. I just don't have any interest in the new show. It's behind a paywall. I have no interest to pay for either.
Yeah, I just think in general it's one of those cases. I think they want to do something new, but they're doing it at the expense of something old, and I'm just like, you could have literally just had a new race, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so, and it's like, I know you want to do the Klingon War, like the precursor Klingon War stuff from original series,
So
and
make
I'm
it look
like,
like the
okay,
original
that's
series,
good.
then.
Yeah,
Like
and
tweaks,
I'm just like,
you know,
I don't know.
maybe look closer to the original series with an updated design.
Yeah.
It's fine, you know. but make it look more like the original series, but not like it is now.
There's some other things in the series too, from what I've been able to gather, that are just like I think some of them I need to watch myself. It's like really grain of salty here.
I mean, I'll
Just
watch it
like
eventually.
yeah, me too. But at the same time, just like
Yeah.
the main character, like how the events that unfold, I go, how are you a hero?
Hmm. Well,
And like secondarily,
in Star
like
Trek,
her
there
backstory
there
is
can be
just like
there can be complex stories. He doesn't have to be a hero. He can be
yeah,
trying to seek
but they
redemption.
yeah, like I
You know,
said, some of it I think some of it's just reading a description versus seeing it in emotion
I mean,
is
a
so
lot
that's
of
why
those,
I'm like I
a lot of stuff's tropes. Like, oh, he doesn't have to be a hero. The main character can be anybody we in the world. It's their story. You know what I mean? The main
no
character
no
can
I
be a
get that,
yeah.
but
So
I'm saying based on the description that's as written, it's implied that she's the good person, but what she did is not good.
well, people are
So I'm just
complex.
like,
Maybe she did a bad thing and is still a good person afterwards. But with
yeah.
darkness,
And then
who knows?
secondarily, like the weird thing where she's a
Haven't seen it.
human raised by Vulcans and is more Vulcan than Vulcan. And I'm like,
Mm,
okay.
okay, Edgelord.
So yeah, like I said, some of it's just I think I haven't seen it myself, so grain of salt, my opinion, because
Right.
they're based on descriptions and not actually watching it.
Uh huh.
So I'm looking forward to eventually watching it. Like even though as when it originally came out, Star Trek Enterprise, I hated as a kid. Like when it was originally coming, like kid, oh God, have we come to that point? Was I like 18 when that came out? Heck. Oh God. Oh boy.
When they
Came
focusing
out,
his
came out,
immortality
and
live on camera.
well, no, it's the whole like
I wish I had a
perception
stream
of
deck.
time.
If I had a stream deck, I'd zoom in on your face right now, and you like suddenly realize it was 20 years ago,
I
and
know,
that you're an
right?
old man now.
2001 show.
That was 18 years ago.
I was when I was 15. Okay, that's at least with. No, I'm the what how age I was. If
How old are
I'm
you?
under, if I'm 15, so
No, how old
I'm
are you now?
84.
34.
Oh, 30 something, 33,
Okay. I'm like
33.
37, I think, this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 37. 82.
But I
Yeah,
was
so
15, so at least I'm under the age of 18 at that point. So I'm still a kid.
you're still a
When I
kid.
was a
You
kid,
were legally a kid.
I was legally a kid. Um, yeah, and like
Seth says
it
that
just wasn't right. It just didn't. Yeah, what?
Seth says on paper a lot of Discovery is iffy to me, but after watching it, it's actually not that bad. So I mean,
Oh,
fair
yeah,
enough.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm giving it a grain of salt. It's just like on paper, it does. It's like
Eh.
you go. It's like a Lego set. You go, how the fuck do all these pieces come together? On paper, you go, oh, that's how they come. It's like
Yeah.
how?
You're looking at
And
it
it's like
like,
the end. You're
how
like,
are these
oh, here's
pieces
this
that?
awesome like here's
Oh.
this awesome like thing. Yeah. So, but no, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'll eventually think. But my point is, watching Enterprise as an adult, I go, oh, I totally get what they were going for because it's a proto Star Trek show.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have dropped the Star Trek and just called it Enterprise, I think it would have like it still wouldn't have been well, but have been a less heavy-handed when you go, this isn't Star Trek yet. And I'm like, yeah, it isn't Star Trek yet. They
Fair
haven't
enough.
figured out anything yet. They literally figured out warp drive, and they're like basically fucking like Archer is just like fucking into space, motherfucker,
They're like
people.
literally
We're
spitting
gonna
into the
fucking
wind.
explore.
Like,
And I'm like, and
huh.
that's kind of cool because it's like it's us being badass humans trying to figure this shit out on our own. And I'm like, I actually really like it for that.
Fair enough.
And like, yeah, it isn't Star Trek, but it isn't Star Trek yet. It's like my one thing for the not very good Superman movie, Man of Steel,
It's not a very good
is the
man.
fact
Not a very good Superman movie. It's a decent movie,
it is
but
not a good Superman because he is not Superman yet. he has not figured out what he wants to do yet, and that was the point of it. The fact that they gave him the stupid fucking
No,
costume is the worst thing they could have done.
wrong. Because his father instilled in him the values of being a good person and how to care for others, and he exhibits none of that while being Superman. He's a bad Superman movie.
And well, Pa Kent was a horrible Pa Kent.
Yes, that's another reason why that movie was fucking terrible as a Superman movie. It was not a bad movie, it was bad as a Superman movie. That's all I'm saying. I
And that's
actually
the
like
thing
the
is, that's
movie,
what I'm
but
saying is it's
yeah.
not a good Superman because he
No.
is not Superman yet.
No.
It's a Clark Kent movie.
But it doesn't represent the people around him properly. Like, no. It's
Yeah,
not.
but that's what I'm saying is he has not figured out what he wants to do yet. That's the entire point of the thing. It isn't until the end of the movie that he goes, "Oh, this is what I want to do," and they did not do a good job of it. But that's the thing is based on what they showed us on the movie. It's a Clark Kent movie trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life.
It's just, but all the surrounding characters are done so badly that it doesn't matter. Everyone's not
That
right.
Pa Kent was like the worst Pa Kent
The
ever.
worst. Not even the acting. The acting is fine.
Oh, the
writing.
no.
He was written wrong.
I can't remember
Kevin
his
Costner.
name. Kevin Costner is
I like
great
Kevin Costner.
actor.
Yeah.
He just had the worst script and the worst like moments ever.
It's not even the worst script. It's just the worst characterization. I think is what I'm saying. It's not even the script. The script is bad. It's just not a good characterization of Pa Kent.
No,
And
it
then
was horrible.
Because of that,
it was the
infuses
worst.
that into the Superman, which isn't a very good representation of even a fucking Clark Kent, much less a Superman.
Yeah.
That's why I have a problem with it. But I feel like at the writing phase, whoever wrote that, I don't know offhand, Snyder and some other people, grossly do not understand the character of Superman. And it shows through in every frame of movie he directs with him. He understands Batman. He doesn't understand Superman.
Kind of, I guess. I have my own set of other issues with. I love my favorite thing with Batman Superman is the fact that we're missing like 2 or 3 movies for that movie to make any kind of actual sense. Because it goes directly into Superman is a long established hero. Batman is long established and at the end of his career, basically. And it's just like there's like where was all this? There's like all this missing buildup that just does not exist in that movie. It's like it's trying to be Avengers without all the precursor movies that established it.
Yep.
And I'm just like, there's all this information that you're like, oh, Superman is like a national world hero. It's just like, well, last time we saw him, he basically saved Metropolis from Zod destroying it. And that's like, so if you can't read between the lines, which a lot of people can't, you go like, how did he become a hero from that? People would still be like, fuck, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
There was that. I feel like all those movies.
It's basically
suffer from
it's
writing.
built the.
Really, it's where
Which one?
all those movies suffer from at the writing level.
Shazam was actually pretty good.
I haven't seen that yet. That's not part of the same universe.
Is Pseudo in?
I believe everything going forward is a new thing. That the Snyder stuff is.
Yeah, well,
not really.
Yet again, they don't do the greatest job establishing that.
Well,
because basically they make reference to things from before. So
interesting.
Yeah, have not seen Aquaman though, so I don't know.
So what you're saying is, that's part of the series.
Yeah.
That's all but what you're saying is that Warner Brothers doesn't know where to shit and get off the pot. Still.
Yeah.
10 years later.
Yeah. No, they have not.
Yeah. I have a feeling that a lot of these problems we're having are probably dictated by the studio or some shit.
Oh no, definitely. Warner Brothers has been really bad. I mean, we've had Jeff Johns as an executive producer since Wonder Woman. And
Wonder Woman was great though. I love.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like, but this Wonder Woman, Justice League, Aquaman, and Shazam.
Aquaman was really good too.
Yeah.
Oh. Justice League was already in the pipeline by the time he became executive producer. You can't really blame him for that.
Well, it was in the pipeline in the sense that the characters were being like thing, but he was still there for
I think it
the
was.
whole of it.
I think Justice League was under the previous producer, and because Wonder Woman started production in the middle, of, like early pre-production in the middle of when Jeff Johns was hired, in the middle of Justice League.
What was the
production.
joke? Sorry, because there's the joke is that everyone calls it the DCU. Yeah, so DCCU, I guess.
The
Uh,
DCCU,
the
DC Cinematic
DC
Universe.
movie, yeah, cinematic universe. And the fact of the matter is, like, Marvel, like on its sleeve, just goes, yeah, these are all connected. Everything is together. DC, on the other hand, is just like, no, none of these are connected. What's the name for the overarching project? There is no name for the overarching project. It's like, what internally do you call it? They're just movies.
Well, like it's weird
They're
to me.
like,
they're like, oh, and the Joker's not gonna be part of the cinematic universe. Then what's the fucking point?
So my problem with the Joker,
by the way, it looks
movie
great.
is,
I want to see
it looks amazing. It looks amazing as a amazing crime movie.
Mm-hmm.
Joker movie, who knows? My problem is based on
so much of it.
DC lore. That movie, if it does not end like the movie Clue, it is improper.
Maybe. It's its own thing. It's its own art. It's an interpretation of the character. It's an Elseworld story at this point.
Yeah,
but that's
I
the
know.
problem.
But
we have this cinematic universe, except this one, and not this one, and not that one, but not this one either.
But the thing is, that's what I'm getting at is Warner Brothers and DC doesn't have a cinematic universe. They're just movies that sometimes connect and sometimes have continuity.
Because they can't figure what they want, and they're indecisive and awful, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put my pizza in.
All right, go for it. I'm gonna watch the movie. I'm gonna split the stream right now, guys. So I'll be right back. I'm just busy in the stream, retitle it, hit start stream. I'm back in like less than a minute.